My son and I saw a ghost horse run across the road near our house. It was so freaky. It was about 11:30 at night. I saw this flickering light on the hill up ahead of the headlights of my car, and then the light moved across the roadway about 5 inches off the ground. It looked like TV static, black and white sparkling glow, and I could see the shape of a horse and its legs running. It galloped to the other side, and a ghost man was there that met it. So I didn't say anything to my son, about 17 at the time, thinking I couldn't believe what I saw. About 30 seconds later, I stopped at the stoplight and my son said, "Did you see that?" We freaked out. I asked him what he saw and he described it exactly. I got goosebumps all over. When we got home, without talking about it too much, he drew what he saw and I drew what I saw, and they were exactly the same. Weirdest thing I can recall seeing. An old friend of the family used to drive school buses across the country to their soon-to-be new schools. Protocol called for them not to stop for anything, even to help. He was driving in the Midwest one night and came across a long stretch of road with a huge cornfield on one side and an empty field on the other. It was 2 o'clock in the morning and he came across a wrecked car with the lights still on and people scattered on the ground. He slowed down to help, but remember he couldn't, so he kept going. As he was calling it in, he looked back to find the people standing in the middle of the road staring at the bus. Upon further inspection, others started to emerge from the corn in a creepy fashion while also staring at him. I was 6 when he told me this. I still hate corn a little. One year over Halloween, I was visiting my cousins. We were all around the same age. Like any normal teenagers, we were bored, and with nothing to do, we decided to go trick-or-treating. My cousins lived in this really old area. All the houses were well over 100 years old. The entire place looked like something out of a horror movie. We knocked on a few doors. Everything was going good until my cousins dared me to knock on the house at the end of the street. Thinking nothing of it, I walked up to the house while they stayed behind. As I knocked on the door, it slowly opened, creaking noises and everything. It was really dark inside, with just a little light coming from one of the rooms further back in the house. I remember thinking these people had gone all out for Halloween because this place was so creepy. I called out, but there was just silence. Beginning to feel really creeped out, I was just about to leave when I heard a woman's voice say, "Come on in." There was no way I was going in there, so I just waited, and then I heard her say again, "Come on in." And then something like, "We're here." I'm really scared now. I'm just standing there frozen because there was something about that voice and it was so dark in there. Then suddenly I hear a loud BAM! And what sounds like heavy footsteps rushing towards me from the back of the house, and that's when I ran. My cousins were laughing at me, but when I told them about the creepy voice telling me to go inside, they stopped. Turns out the house has been abandoned for years and was known to be haunted.